What's up, everyone? Welcome back to JulioG TV. We're back today with another episode of The Decree, where we have our guest segment. Today, we have two guests, so very special lineup today. The first here is entrepreneur, business owner, boxer, mixed martial artist, and of course, currently a bare knuckle fighter, currently ranked third in the middleweight division, none other than Donald Sanchez. Thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, bro. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Next up is a good friend of mine, way back from college days in the norte de Nuevo Mexico.
Go Cowboys.
Up at NMHU. He's a NMHU alum, of course, UNM alum, and also the owner of Rapid Rise Marketing. Raiden, as always, man. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
For sure. So I think usually what we do is we just, want to give some value to the audience, get to know the guests, tell your story, and then just what you got going on, essentially.
For sure.
So, we could start with Donald. If you just want to let us know where you're born and raised, and, kind of your upbringing.
Yeah, man. So born and raised Albuquerque, New Mexico, 505, baby.
Yes, sir.
I grew up in the South Valley, little rough, did my thing down there, got in lots of trouble. I've been getting into fights since third grade that I can remember. I was on probation ever since then until recently, maybe about 10 years ago, I finally got off. I did a good 30-year, almost 25 years of probation in my life because of fighting. I ended up going to jail for a little bit for some self-defense. It ended up being self-defense.
Right.
But I went under some charges, and I was defending myself. I may have went a little excessive, but it is what it is, and I got found not guilty for that and everything.
Nice.
I got out of jail, and I found the gym. And
How old were you at this time?
I was 21.
21, okay.
21 years old, man. And it was, I was facing 10 years, so
Right.
I was fighting court and stuff, and I heard one of these guys that I grew up with that started the fights, and it was always me ending the fights.
Right.
Over stupid stuff, man. And I heard he was fighting, and I said, no way possible.
Yeah.
I said, I got to meet the coach.
Right.
I went and met the coach on a Wednesday, and he asked me that night, he's like, hey, man, you want to fight? I got a spot for you.
Right.
I fought Friday night, and the rest is history. Still
Man.
fighting to this day, yeah.
How old were you when you had the first fight?
21 is December 10th, 2005.
How many fights do you have under your belt right now?
Over 100 professional fights. Speaking of that, professional, at the time, I never knew I was professional.
Right.
I didn't know. I just was fighting. I went like 3 or 4-0. And then the promoter comes up to me. He's like, hey, dude, I want you to fight for my belt.
Right.
Like, cool. Hell yeah. Let's fucking do it. Sorry for my language, whatever.
No, you're good. You're good. We're unfiltered here.
Yeah. I was like, cool. Let's do it. Who am I fighting? He's like, I'll pay you double. I was like, what?
You didn't pay this whole time?
Yeah.
I do 0-0, bro.
0-0-0.
Yeah, exactly. So I was
ice
like,
cream?
holy shit. And ever since that day, it was when it sprung onto me how shitty coaches are, how shitty promoters are, how shitty managers are. It's just a shady world, and it's business in general.
Right.
It's not, yes, that's very cutthroat, but business in general is very cutthroat. It's worse than the streets, honestly, bro. So I was on guard after that, from that on, and then I started getting bigger fights, and I realized I needed a real home at the time because we were kind of just some backyard training out of a garage. I was renting a little spot, and there was a whole group of us, and we needed real coaches, and that's where I really started my career with Fit NHB with Tom and Arlene.
Nice. And so did you start as a mixed martial artist, or did you start boxing, or how did that kind of come to be?
Yeah, man, I started as mixed martial arts because at the time there was no politics. We could just go fight and fucking have fun.
Right.
Beat each other's asses. You win, lose, or draw. No bullshit, you know? And I had already seen the politics in boxing and everything. I didn't want to play that game. I didn't want to ever play politics. I didn't want to play no bullshit. I just want to fight. I don't care who it is, where it is, what time, what weight. I didn't care back then. Nothing. It may have been stupid as an approach for a career and everything, but I really didn't need a career. It was what saved my life.
Right.
I loved it. I do it because I love it, and that's why. So, yeah, it just moved forward like that, and that was it. That was a wrap. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
And Raiden, a little bit about yourself before we jump into some other topics here. But
before we go to my, like, do you have to have background check to be a manager in like the whole MMA?
Fuck, dude, you should. I think almost
I don't think I've ever heard of
dude.
like
That's
any
a good
manager.
question.
I mean, there's the Ali Act and all this stuff and
Yeah.
everything, but they're all doing that shit, man.
It's
Like,
crazy.
and I'm not the one to tell on anyone, but
yeah,
it
No
is what
snitching.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
no snitching. That's not a good thing. So, man. So I mean, I'm very wide open now with how I talk. You know, I speak my mind now, and I've made a lot of changes, and people wonder why I don't really say much, but they're gonna know. They're gonna know.
But when I do,
Why did I switch managers? Why did I switch gyms? Why did I go do my own thing? They're gonna fucking know, and I guarantee that.
Yeah, absolutely.
right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
Raiden?
yeah, I'm Raiden Ruiz, Albuquerque native, originally born in California, but grew up in New Mexico my whole life. So I'm from Albuquerque through and through. Went to West Mesa High School, and sports was my way out. Sports was my way out.
What was their mascot?
Mustangs.
Go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs, right? So yeah, I grew up with a single mother, you know, so we came from a low socioeconomic background.
Right.
Thankfully, we had a lot of good family that, you know, provided and helped my mother out while she worked through multiple jobs and stuff.
Right.
And sports was my way out. Sports was my way to get a scholarship at Highlands University, originally for football, and played rugby there. And then after my bachelor's, went to UNM for my master's. But in between that transition between my bachelor's and my master's, joined the Army, National Guard. Served for 12 years. And yeah, education was my passport out. And to pay for my education, it was sports and the military. So that's how I paid through it. And then,
Nice.
Right after my master's degree, I told my mom, I was like, I want to be an entrepreneur. She's like, no. She's like, absolutely
"Wait, what?"
not. She's like, go be a firefighter.
Yeah.
So I went to go to EMT school and all that stuff. And
Right.
she's like, go be a cop, go be a firefighter. And then you could do what you want on your days off, right? And I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm sorry to break your heart, Mom, but I am going to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't realize it was like eating glass every day, it feels like. And you feel just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But I love that feeling. I thrive in that. And I love that feeling. And I love being a continuous learner and learning a ton of new things, meeting great people.
Right.
I probably wouldn't be standing here unless I made that choice, you know?
100%.
I'm glad I made that choice. So, you know, a lot of people have like the God syndrome of their parents and, you know, want to do what their parents want them to do. But, you know, I went against the grain and I was like, I'm going to do what I want to do. And I thank God every day I made that choice. So, yeah.
Heck yeah, man. No, I could relate to that. I mean, you know, I grew up in the project, single mother as well, teenage mother, stuff like that. So definitely humble beginnings, man, and I could relate to both the stories. You know, I'm not a native Buqueño, but I'm from Las Vegas up north. So, you know, I always say Albuquerque's just a bigger Vegas, man.
Yeah.
You still see some people from Vegas here, so it's like, what the heck? But no, man, I've made Albuquerque home, Rio Rancho, all that. You know, it's the same to me. So, you know, I've been here for a little bit too. So I could definitely relate to the stories. But I guess, you know, what I'd ask now is how'd you guys connect? You know, how'd you guys get together?
Yeah, it was a couple of years back already. You know, I was in Washington, D.C., and one of our employees met them, and then I ended up moving back and then just getting involved, and I was like, man, these guys are it, you know, like this is badass. And I liked everything that they were doing with the gym, their values, just everything that they were doing all around. It made sense for me because, you know, coming from an athletic background, You know, you want to meet other like-minded people that are doing this, and then that are also entrepreneurs,
right?
And also this, and you're like, dang, like that's a full package. You know what I mean? Usually, you don't get that in a city. You usually get one or the other, but it's never really the full package to where you could like be in an environment that's just gonna force you to grow.
100%.
And I remember sitting in the car with Donald one day, and I was just like, yeah, I'm on 100%. Let's do this, bro. And he's like, all right. He gave me a little look, you know, a little down. And I was like,
he's all, we'll see.
I'm on 100%, bro.
We'll see.
And he's just like, all right. I was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
And, you know, 2 years later, man, time flies, I tell you. And seeing all the progressions and everything and the growth and just everything all around, dude, like it's crazy. I mean, I love it. I love seeing it. Looking back on it now, I wouldn't have changed it any other way.
Right. So back to you, Donald. You're currently fighting in the Bare Knuckle Federation, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your weight class? If you just want to guess
so I'm 175.
Okay.
I'm number 3 in there. You know, I don't think I should probably be number 1, honestly. But it is what it is. I mean, I should be the champion by now, but whatever, you know. I'm calling names. I'm doing what I can, you know. It's crazy how I got involved in this. It's super crazy.
Right.
I was done fighting. I was on a 3-year retirement already because I was done with mixed martial arts. I didn't care.
Right.
I didn't want it anymore. Like, I didn't have the passion. Didn't care. I do good in business. I don't need it. You know, a lot of these guys do it because they need it. I stay in the gym because I need the gym, but I don't need a fight, you know? So I heard they're coming here to Albuquerque, and I messed around.
Yeah.
And I told the matchmaker hit me up. He's like, hey, dude, we're going. You want to fight? I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll fight. Like, cool.
I'll fill a spot.
Yeah, dude. So
some slight, you know.
I didn't believe they were coming. I didn't believe anything. Well, I'm a man of my word. And at the time I was sitting fat, dude. I was 230.
Damn.
I was just in the gym powerlifting all day long, eating like shit. Like, I felt like complete shit, dude.
And you fight at 175.
I fight at 175.
Damn.
But I used to fight at 145. That's the crazy thing, dude. So I was like always, back in the day, I was running. I wouldn't even eat croutons on my salad, no cheese, no nothing, nothing, bro. I was so strict because I was fighting at 145, dude.
Yeah.
So it was like I was killing myself. I said, I'll never do that again, ever again. I would walk around 175, 180 at that time. And that was eating super, super clean and doing it like that. And I came to a realization that I was just only fucking myself up doing that. I had within those 3 years of retirement, I came to realization that I had body dysmorphia, I had eating disorders, and I had all this fucking bullshit that I created over the years. So I told myself, I'm never fucking doing that again, dude.
Right.
So I just completely 180'd everything, started powerlifting, eating everything. Like, I was loving it, dude. But I felt like shit. I'll be honest.
I think we still have video of when you were that big.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like,
damn, I'm
back
gonna
on
have
the
to see
video
some
and
of
the
that.
pictures, bro, and you can just see it in his face.
I'm
like,
chubby, dude.
I was like, what the fuck?
We went snowboarding. This is when I really realized it.
Yeah.
I took a shit. Boom. Fell down. Boom. And I did it the whole way down. And I was so tired because getting up. I'm not going to stay down. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was getting up, and then I get to the bottom, and I fucking look down at my pants, and they're ripped, bro, because I'm fucking so big. I'm like, what the fuck? And I go home, and I had to unbutton my pants, and my fucking belly's like, I'm like, nah.
You're like,
but
this is over with.
So long story short, they called me, they said that, and I said, all right, cool. The lowest I'm going is 185.
Yeah.
No matter what, because I'm sitting at 230 right now.
And before you get to that first fight, from age 21 to that, you mentioned you had retired from fighting and all that. How many years went between your first fight between when you started now and bare knuckle fighting?
So we're gonna be coming up on 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 years. So I went a good 15 strong.
Right.
And then took 3 years off, and now I'm going 2 years now with this. So
And I know you fed in multiple federations. I mean, what was that like? I mean, which was your favorite one?
I mean, I fought in Bellator, I fought in Dream, I fought ONE FC, I fought in Shudo, I fought in ACB, the biggest European, you know, biggest Japanese, all those big companies where, you know, people only dream of doing.
Right.
You know, I did that 10 years ago. People are doing it now, you know, realizing it. And that was the way I was the crazy one back then doing that shit. I fucking loved it, dude. I got to see different cultures. I got to see different ways of life. I got to see real mixed martial arts people that grew up into this. Russians, Japanese, Chinese, all of them. They grew up in this. Man. They didn't start till I was 21. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for them, it was a way of life.
That's what I was going to say.
Once I realized that, that's what really switched my mind and said, I need to change my life. That's why I am the way I am today. Right. I'm on this dude's ass all the time to be a better person all the time, dude.
That's good, 100%.
And I think it comes from that, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, the struggles and everything that I did and all the bullshit and all that, the changes we had to do, but it's the way of life. It's a lifestyle. It's not a fucking diet. It's not a fucking workout. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
What do we do every fucking day? Same workouts. Monday through Thursday.
Wake up.
5 a.m.
4 a.m.
Then at 6 p.m. And same things. It's a lifestyle. That's
Next
it.
day. Yep.
Yeah. So
that's what I always tell people. You know, everybody's always asking, like, they're always looking at where the end is. You know what I mean? They're always looking to a certain destination. I'm like, no, guys, it just never ends. Once you accept that, you're gonna feel, you know, like a weight lifted off your shoulders. You know what I mean?
I think the biggest overcoming challenge for me this last year with Donald and all the guys, and you know, Donald pushing me the way it is like waking up and not negotiating with myself. You know, even if I'm tired, even if I work till 7:30 the day before, it's like I have to look at myself in the mirror and say, like, no, get up. Like, you know, don't negotiate with yourself.
Right.
Non-negotiables.
Yeah, non-negotiables, bro. Like, not negotiating with myself today. Like, no matter how tired I feel, when we get here, we're all feeding off each other's energy, and it's just like nothing happened. You know?
Right.
So I think it's important, like having that environment around you. You know. So.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I always told people, you know, when you're jumping out of bed, you know, you're doing something right. You know what I mean? And you know, you have your bad days. Yeah. You know, you have your daily struggles, as I like to say. But I mean, once you'll know when you're there. You know, it won't be as those sticking points, as I like to call them. And so, okay, so you're getting up to your first fight. They call you, and you're like, screw it.
I was squirrel went way off.
No, you're good.
But yeah, I took the fight. I said 185. They said, all right, cool. We'll get you an opponent and everything. Lo and behold, it's like it's Jeremy Smith. I'm like, whatever, you know.
Right.
He probably had the most fights in the bare knuckle at the time. Very experienced and everything, and he's currently ranked number 2 at 185. You know, so I said, cool, take it, whatever. It was more like a weight loss and get back in the gym type of thing for me. I did not take it serious. Nothing against you, Jeremy, because we talk all the time. So I didn't take it serious. I went in there like, this is why I lost passion for MMA, because I didn't take it serious anymore. I went in there just as a sport. Bare knuckle's fucking different, dude.
Right.
You go in there, he hit me one time. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is a fight. Wake up. That's what I love, dude. That's what I fucking love, and it woke me up. It woke a fucking beast up, dude. And he hit me. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, we're fighting, dude. And I wasn't in shape like I am now. You know what I mean?
But you went
You're like, wait a minute.
But I win all 5 rounds, dude. And
there you go.
I broke both of my hands in the fight. I broke my left hand in the first round and then my right hand in the third round. And I fought the whole fight. I lost a split decision. And from that day on, I said, this is my fucking sport. This is what I grew up doing. This is what I love. I can't believe this is real. This is it's the fastest growing sport in the world too.
It is.
It's like, that's the warrior status right there. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So it woke me up, dude. It woke me up, and now I'm on a tear. 4 knockouts in a row. I'm going to get that fucking belt, or I'm going to knock Perry out. I don't know, whatever it is. I don't care. I want the big fights. And I've been telling him, I've been showing up. I've been talking shit. I've been doing all this, that my fights are showing for me too. So,
and so where do you usually train out of? I mean, what's the gym? I know you're in Albuquerque, but where are you usually training?
So I mean, it's different now. We can get into that story, but
Okay.
Before, you know, we were at a place and we were doing all of our morning workouts and everything over there and whatnot, and we would spar every once in a while.
Right.
And I would do my evening workouts at my buddy, my coach. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him for 20 plus years, Leroy. We would do it in his garage. He has a whole setup, a badass setup and everything.
Right.
And we would just do all of our mitts and everything like that and schedule out our sparrings. It wasn't like really a set schedule. If we wanted to spar, we fine-tuned things, and that's why everything's going right, because we would go upon how my body's feeling, who we're fighting and everything. And that's how boxing works. These high-level boxers, they go and they pick their sparring partners and they do this, and that's what we started doing. We started setting it up.
That's smart, yeah.
So it would be all separate. I was separated from everyone. Besides us going over there and sparring, and besides my group in the mornings and stuff for our strength and conditioning stuff,
Right.
I was doing all my separate stuff. I mean, my guys, they're still there, and I would say, hey, you fucking hit pads with them too. I don't want to be the only one working out. Fucking do it with me, bro.
You'd like drop the camera.
Get the fucking camera out of your hands and fucking put some gloves on, bro.
So then I was like, all right.
So haven't you heard of a tripod, bro?
Yeah, bro.
So you want me to film it too? What do you want me to do?
Yeah, so that's like one of our
Exactly,
things
bro.
now. Like when we're working out, like when we're in Florida, we're different. It's like drop the fucking camera, hit a fucking set. I'm like, all right, watch the camera guy get some shit. And they're like, wait, the camera guy's lifting? Fuck, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody has to get into
We
it.
want everybody
exactly.
around us. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I don't want it it's not about me, bro. It's about the better of everybody. That's it. Like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
if the better they are, if I can get the fucking cameraman to do what I'm doing
Right.
and start pushing me, because this dude's an athlete, bro.
Oh,
This
yeah.
dude can push. If I can get
Yeah,
him
he's a strong
going,
guy.
bro, and pushing me, I'm getting better then.
Right.
At that point.
Yeah, building that circle.
Yeah.
Building
So the
that circle
best,
strong.
we're only as good as our weakest link.
100%.
That's it.
1000%.
So, and that's what I kept telling him. I said, "Fuck no, you got to be able to do." I talk shit all the time, dude. You see personal trainers and all this stuff and all these people doing this, but can you fucking do that, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Show
if
me.
you can't do that, I don't want you my coach.
Right.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. I see it with our guys right now. Like,
Yeah.
it blows my mind, dude.
You're like, be
has
the
that
example.
motherfucker ever fought ever in his life?
Right.
Then he doesn't know what he's fucking talking about, because we're fighters. He's
Right.
never been in that fucking ring, bro.
Yeah, that
He doesn't know what to do if he gets punched. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm not. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, that makes sense. So do you still train with your homie at his house, or what's the dynamic now of your training? Where are you
I
training
mean,
at?
we have, but you know, we're in a crazy situation right now. We had some stuff pan out for us, and it was pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
We acquired a new gym,
Awesome.
and we're building piece by piece of everything for the fight gym. Sorry.
Yeah.
We have everything in place. It's just not all put together at the moment.
So you guys are here now. So we'll move past that. You guys are here now. You have a vision, you know, to have a place for, you know, training here, whether it's weight training, you know, mixed martial arts, anything else that you have a plan for your gym here.
Yeah, man. I hate spilling the beans a little bit, because sometimes when you speak
No,
too
you don't have
fast,
to. Yeah, you don't have to.
shit kind of shits on
You're
you.
like,
you
wait,
know?
Yeah.
edit that out.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that's it, why we're in this exact situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that, it really transpired into the goodness of what landed on my plate over here.
Right.
Originally, you know, I had no vision of a gym or anything like that. I have other visions of wellness and everything like that.
Right.
And this specific spot helps that vision.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is going to be a proactive place, a way of being a better person, not just some gym to just go work. This is going to be proactive. This is going to be wellness. This is going to be like this isn't like the branches, the chains and everything like that.
Right.
You know, we're going to have, how can I say it without saying, fuck it, I'm gonna say it, dude. We're gonna have the whole med spa, IV drip, all that stuff over here. We have a doctor on board. We have rooms here. We have them dedicated for treatment rooms and all that stuff. It's not treatment for bad stuff. like rehab and all that stuff. It's for
Right.
proactive stuff. And I believe in that because that's what I've done my whole career. And that's why I'm 40 fucking years old and I'm still banging out shit. I have over 100 fights, dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's unheard of, man.
I mean, I'm not brain dead.
Right.
I've done all proactive stuff and I've done it with a specific doctor and he's fucking badass, dude. I've seen him do miracles. I'm supposed to go do surgeries and do all this shit and he does this crazy stuff with me and I haven't had any surgeries. And I feel amazing, bro.
Sheesh, man.
And
No, that's an
mentally,
achievement in itself right there. Yeah.
And it's from being proactive.
100%.
And that's what I'm trying to push on. I want people to be better. I want to bring people up. It's not about, I'm not going to get rich off of this.
Right.
I got money from other things. I don't need this. This is just like fighting.
Yeah.
I don't need this either. I don't need it. I want it for other people to come up, get up, be better, do the IVs that we need, do the treatments that we need, you know, cryotherapy, ice plunge, cold plunge, red light therapy, just to name a few. You know what I mean? We got all that shit. It's already here.
Superhuman.
Yeah. we're biohacking the body, you know?
Yep.
And that's
100%.
what it's about. So, I spilled the beans. Fuck it. That's what we're doing. You know? But we didn't tell anybody to move with us. We didn't tell anybody. We're just doing our own thing. We attract. We do not recruit.
Right.
We attract what we want.
I like that.
And that's it. You know, people that want to do good are going to do good no matter what.
Yeah.
If they want to believe whatever they want, I don't really care. And that's why I didn't really care to say any of this, but I'm just saying it. You know what I mean?
Just part of the story.
There's plenty of stories out there about
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
This guy particularly, I'm like, when I first met him, I'm like, fuck, what are you doing? Yeah.
Holy crap.
But it's just
Right.
whatever, you know what I mean? It is. We're going to keep doing what we're doing.
100%.
And it's positive. We support the community. We don't support the community to pay our bills. We support the community to support the community.
Right. I like that. You know, you always got to, you know, I'm at a point in my life too where I'm realizing that, you know, when you're young, you're looking at all the material things, all that stuff. But now, you know, even doing this is just reaching out to people, sharing and giving back. You know, we can't be hoarders.
Yeah.
Whether it's material, money, whatever. Yeah.
Gatekeepers here.
Whether it's information, you know, I've just learned that you just got to give, man.
You have to. You can't gatekeep, like you said.
Yeah.
And I've really, really, really found this out specifically for myself. The more you give, the more you fucking get. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't give enough. It's crazy. I'm so blessed. It's crazy. And I love helping to bless other people.
That's awesome, man.
I've been able to pay for funerals. I've been able to pay for all kinds of shit throughout the city, the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department. I've done a bunch of stuff, dude, and it's crazy. I get to take my guys on fucking badass trips and stuff with us too.
That's
you know
awesome.
what I mean? Like, it's like for everyone else to experience that. That's what I want. How much has that helped you, dude?
Yeah. I mean,
honestly,
like, just once you see, you can't unsee.
Yeah.
And Donald told me that plenty of times. Is like, you know, like once you see the Rolls Royce, and once you see this, and once you see that, and you see how these people are just like us, and they bleed the same blood, and they breathe the same oxygen as us. It's like you can't unsee it. You know what I mean? And you know, being a part of that, like I was just like, you can make the seemingly impossible possible.
Right.
Like in every situation, you just have to put yourself in those situations and be comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? At first, you're gonna have people that want to kick back and don't want to really.
Yeah.
Like they get like some pressure on them, and they're like, oh gosh, like they want to like fold and stuff, but he's hard on me all the time now, and I'm just like at first I didn't understand it. I was like, dang, like why is he so hard on me? Like, what the heck? You know what I mean? But it's tough love, and he sees something in me. Like if he wasn't hard on me, then it'd be a problem.
Right.
That tells me like he doesn't fucking care at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
So just getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, and being in those situations and seeing how those people are just like us, I was like, man, we need to take this all to Albuquerque. Like, there's no reason Albuquerque should not have any of this stuff that we have over here. Like we should like
I always tell people,
here, bro. Albuquerque, we have hustlers.
Yeah.
Dude.
Look who got their start here, man.
Literally, I'm like, there are so many people that have a huge intrinsic motivation that pushes them to do crazy things. Like I'm like, the top 3 richest people nurtured their environment from Albuquerque. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and now our group. You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy. I'm like, that came from this environment.
Right.
I'm like, look it up online. It's there.
Yeah.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
It's true. It's here. And we have to just keep leading by example too.
100%.
To keep like I said earlier, we got to attract it. We got to attract it. We can't recruit it.
Right.
You can't recruit it no matter what. You got to attract what you are.
I like that.
And what you're putting out there. And you just have to. And I made a little post the other day. I said, people follow people. And that's what I meant by that. You attract what you're giving.
Right.
You attract what people want. And that's what we're doing. You know, we want to be better people all the time. We're working our asses off every fucking day just for that reason.
That's a shirt right there, man. We attract, not recruit.
Yes.
Yeah. Make it. I'll be rocking it every day.
Yeah, with the logo on there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, no, that's awesome, man. I mean, there's always speed bumps in the road. I mean, I think, I'm glad to see where you guys are at. I've always loved this facility, and I'm glad to see it in your hands and in the team's hands and what's next. And you'll definitely be seeing me a lot more around here. So,
Heck yeah.
So I'll definitely be jumping in. But I want to jump back into bare knuckle and just, what's your vision with that? I mean, what do you foresee? Are you just taking it fight by fight, or what's your vision?
Nah, I don't take it fight by fight anymore. I realize that because going back to my MMA days and my very first bare knuckle fight, it's not a sport. It is a sport.
Right.
But, god damn, they're trying to take your head off in there. And it's real. Like, you hear those fucking punches hitting, and your hands hurt too. So it's not. It's not.
To not interrupt you though, just so that audience, could you explain exactly like what bare knuckle fighting is, as opposed to maybe the other bigger, or smaller federations? How are you? I mean, what's the equipment? Just so the audience could have a.
There's no equipment, bro.
Exactly.
We're taping our hands from. I mean, halfway down our hand. We're only taping our wrist, basically.
Right.
And it's boxing with no gloves.
Right.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I have 10 pro boxing fights. And just in one of those this last one, it was a 10-rounder. I took more damage in that one than I have all 5 of my bare knuckles. And I've gone 5 rounds and a few times in my bare knuckles. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you why. And this is my logic behind it, and I've always said it to everybody. I've said it from day one. Same with headgear and all this shit.
Right.
Your brain is bouncing around in your head.
Right.
It's not the actual thing. It's your brain bouncing inside, and there's bone fragments where your brain's hitting on it and stuff.
Yeah, the fluid ain't working enough.
So you have a fucking, I call it pillows because it's boxing. No disrespect to boxing because I love boxing, and I've done it too.
Right.
But I call it fighting with pillows.
Yeah.
And it's harder to knock someone out with 8-ounce gloves or 10-ounce or whatever you have. So you're taking more damage to your fucking brain the whole time, dude.
Right.
With bare knuckle, you're getting split open or knocked out right away, dude. And it's less damage.
Right.
It looks more because of the cuts
Exterior.
and all the. It's not. I promise you.
Damn, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, and they're doing lots and lots of studies. I give it up to BKFC because they have doctors on staff, and they're doing pre-fight, pre-weigh-in, post-weigh-in, pre-fight, and post-fight exams of everything. And we got to do these little tests.
Right.
For like concussion and all this
shit.
shit.
Yeah, make sure you guys are good.
And see how your brain's thinking and all this. They're doing it. Every single fight, every fighter. They're collecting all the evidence and everything, and it's smart.
No, that's awesome.
It is the fastest growing sport in the world, but I don't think anyone's died from it yet. I mean, but anyone could die at any point. Mm-hmm. Like, you could fucking croak over and have a heart attack or a brain aneurysm, whatever it is.
Walk out and whatever happens.
Yeah, you could at any point. So people tell me that. I'm like I have doctors and stuff, and they're like, man, you're fucking crazy for doing that. I said, shit, you're cutting someone open and you're fucking crazy, dude. You're stitching. I'm like, hell no. It's what we do. It's what you trade your profession in. Like, I couldn't set up all this shit like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You may not be able to do bare knuckle, but if you put your mind to it and you practice and you do it,
100%.
you could fucking do it.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's what.
What I tell them all the time.
Yeah.
Being in the group, bro. Like, they're like, when are you gonna start fighting? And I'm like, say when.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you're sparring.
I was gonna get there, so I'm glad
you're doing this, you're doing that. So I signed up for my first amateur fight in the heavyweight division for the BKFC amateurs, and just like they're like, do it, get in. I was like, all right, yeah. It's like used to playing professional sports and all that, and being able to work towards something was great. So. Once you're in the group, man.
Yeah.
You
You get the
do
bug.
a lot of stuff,
You catch
right?
the bug.
He has it in him, too.
was-
man.
Oh, yeah.
He has it
Bro,
in
I
him.
was like, everyone's like, are you afraid of getting punched in the head? I'm like, well, you know, it could either go like one way or the other, you know. Like it's a BKFC fight, you know. I could either win or I could just wake up and, you know, I wouldn't be feeling it. And
Wait,
and
one
I'd be
way.
like, well, what happened? Like, you got knocked the fuck out. That's what happened. I'm like, oh, well, I got knocked out, so I didn't feel it. I just woke up, you know?
Yeah,
So you can win or wake up. So I was like, yep, it's a
good way to look
50-50
at it.
chance. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like the more optimistic
Yeah.
view of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that brings me back to the question last weekend in Miami. I was doing an interview and she said, "Would you rather walk out in a bikini or get knocked out?"
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a warrior. I do this because I know one day I'm gonna get knocked out.
Right.
It's gonna happen. It's inevitable unless I hang the gloves up right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm not. So
Yeah.
you live by the
There's
sword,
still
you
a
die by the
chance.
sword. So I said,
Yeah.
I would way rather get knocked out, go out on my shield.
Yep.
Because that's what warriors fucking do.
Yeah.
And if you're in bare knuckle, bro, you're a warrior, bro.
Right.
And I mean, any sport, MMA, boxing, all this stuff, you're a warrior if you
Yeah.
go do that. So
Die on your feet, then live on your knees, right?
yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love that, you know. I never mind. I'm not even
Yeah.
going to into that. So,
So speaking of
yeah.
last weekend, give us a breakdown of what, you know, happened in Hollywood, Florida at the Hard Rock Casino. You know, where we sat, give us
Yeah,
a little
what
run
was
through
the
for people
event?
that just saw the highlight film and us go to Miami and Florida. Give us like the run through of basically everything that happened.
I mean, we're going out there to sit by Dave Mundell and let me take his belt from him because he knows he's going to lose it to me. That's basically what we're doing.
Yeah.
But he didn't sit in his seats and he sat somewhere else. So I didn't really get to do that. It's all good. Whatever.
Yeah.
What about the poll that you posted 2 days ago?
The poem.
The poll.
Oh, the poll.
Yeah, the poll.
No one wants me. I mean, my goal is to win the belt, defend it a couple times, and hang it up.
Right.
My time is coming. I know that.
Yeah.
But I'm very active, and I'm at my best right now. So that's what I want, and that's my goal, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Mark my words. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the belt, and I'm gonna defend it a couple times. But I made a poll the other day because I'm number 3, and I have Perry up there as number 1, and then Mundell. And I'm like, well, fuck, who we fighting next, Perry or Mundell? Who do the fans want?
And who holds the title right now?
Mundell holds the title.
Okay.
I had like 300 and some votes, which isn't crazy amount. I mean, I guess it's kind of a lot for a social media
Yeah,
thing, you
yeah.
know, when you do the little story thing.
Gives you a glimpse of what's out there.
Yeah, we had like, what was it, 70%?
Yeah, for
70%
Mike.
wanted me
Yeah,
to
for
fight
Perry.
Mike Perry.
Damn.
So then I was like, well, fuck. My goal is to fight for a belt.
Yeah.
Let's fight for the King of Violence belt.
Right.
Everyone thinks he is. I mean, he's a showsman. He's
Yeah.
badass. But he's a fighter too.
Yeah. And just for context, he's the one that had the fight
Yeah.
with one of the Paul brothers recently, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I fought on Jake Paul's very first boxing card in Miami.
Right.
So I know how he is. He's getting good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I told all the guys because they were like, Perry's gonna fucking no, dude. No, he's not. Jake Paul is learning how to box.
Right.
Perry doesn't know how to box. All he knows how to do is be a fucking zombie and walk through punches, dude.
Right.
He's an animal like that. But imagine an animal like him and me and someone with boxing skill too.
Right.
Did you ever?
That's all I'm saying.
Did you ever train with him in Albuquerque when he was here?
Yeah,
I know
man.
was
He
here for
trained
a
out
while.
here. I was a little guy, I was a little guy out here, and he was the superstar and everything like that. We got some rounds in and stuff.
Right.
Whatever.
So
So-
then
That was when I was small too.
The 145.
I was
Oh,
fighting
okay.
at 145 at the time.
damn.
Yeah.
So
And he's like 175 now.
yeah,
with
he's
you guys,
175 now. He was fighting 170 back then, I think it was. But I was malnourishing myself. I was killing my body. I was
Yeah.
fighting on all mechanics of the training, what I was doing. I wasn't fighting on any brain capacity, any skill capacity. It was all heart at that point because I was killing myself to make that weight.
Right.
So it's a different story now. It's a big, big different story. Big.
So it sounds like you definitely would want the Mundell title shot for sure.
Absolutely.
And it sounds like it would be good for, bare knuckle fighting, of course.
Yeah.
It sounds like it'd be a great fight, good for business. So what are you guys waiting for? Let's get the fights going.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm not cocky or anything, but I'm a decent looking guy. They can market me. They can get behind my story.
Right.
That's what they need to do. Get behind people's stories. Like, pull up my record. You can go see someone that's really been through it. You could pull up my record. You could see everything. Like, I've really been through it. I'm not talking about it.
Right.
I've been through it. There's people that are from here. They said they did this. Pull their name up. They're not going to find shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can find my picture and go into jail and everything. You can find all this stuff. Whatever. I'm not embarrassed by that. I really did live it, and I never portrayed that because I didn't care. I didn't care for I never cared for the camera shit.
Right.
I didn't care about any of it.
Right.
And I saw people saying that I knew never fucking did that. They grew up a very good life, and they did this and this and this, and they're portraying what some of us other guys really went through, and it kind of hurt my feelings, man. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want people to know that at the time, and I was kind of ashamed of it.
Right.
But now that I've grown as a person and I have my businesses thriving and everything, and my family and my life and everything's great, I love telling that fucking story because people need to know that. Like, they could have been in I was talented, I'm a hard fucking worker. I'm not super talented. I'm not like John Jones. That dude is the most talented dude I've ever seen.
Right. We need to get him next.
Yeah. I'm a hard fucking worker. That's all I do. I fucking go grind. I do have some skill.
Right.
I do have it, but I'm not that super duper athlete like that can go party and then just go and fucking whoop everyone's ass. You know what I mean?
No, and I think that's right, man. I mean, I always, I played a little bit of sports, nothing crazy, not as good as this guy, but, I always saw that, like, the talent, gets you only so far, and you see someone that has that talent, and then they're just working day in, day out. That's going to kill in those, dire situations of where, okay, talent, okay, I'm here, but now who's going to survive?
Yeah.
I always tell people all the time, I'm like, hard work works.
Oh,
it really does.
All
it's
day,
so simple.
man.
Yeah.
You can outwork anyone.
Yep.
Hard work works. And like Donald was saying, he came up from the life that he came up, and I always tell people, like, we use that pain for a purpose.
100%. Yeah, and we got to share it, man.
Yeah, we got to share that. We got to share those stories. There's kids out there, there's teens out there that are going through the same things we went through that can correlate with us and use our examples to better themselves and better their situations.
Yeah,
find somewhere
for sure.
Yeah.
But I want to go into something too. Like, I want to the Mundell thing. I want to go back to that because
let's do that.
We're missing some context there because you went to LA.
Fill us in, Raiden. Fill us in.
You went to LA. This is what gets me. I'm like, yes, he didn't show up to his seats all damn fight. And I'm like, he was sitting somewhere. I don't even know where he was sitting. Somewhere else. His seats were there in front of us. But I'm like, the thing that gets me when we were in Florida is the backstory in California. We went to LA and you saw him. And you made that video with him, like, let's run it. And he's like, yeah, let's run it. Let's do it, And, you being a man of your word, like, if that was you with the belt, I feel like you would have done something to make that happen. Someone calling you out like that, and then you on camera, yeah, let's make it happen. Let's do it. You're a man of your word. I feel like you would have taken the proactive situation to kind of make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, like,
for sure.
For the people that don't know what happened in LA when that video was recorded, like, some context around that.
Yeah, man, there was kind of a little bit of back and forth on the internet before that and everything like that. And then he ended up seeing me, and he came up to me. I didn't go up to him. And I was telling Maddie, I was like, start filming, because I'm going to talk a little bit of shit. I mean, we were cool, we're cordial, you know what I mean? I'm like, well, let's fucking run this. He's like, well, since Perry's a bitch, let's just do it, I'm like, all right, cool, fucking make it happen. He's like, well, keep talking about it. I said, I haven't stopped talking about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's do it. Let's fucking run it. He's like, I'm in. Let's do it. Blah, blah, blah. Time passes, and I mean, you can't put it past him, dude. Like, King Mo was supposed to fight. That's a big name from the UFC and everything, and he took that fight. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know what happened. So can you blame him for trying to get a money fight with King Mo? I don't.
Yeah.
I thought he would mop King Mo up anyways. So cool. He has a bigger name, and then I could fight him. And fuck. Now he's fucking fighting on the dopest card that I ever could think of in a fucking Coliseum in Spain, dude. That's sick.
Yeah,
that's dope.
badass.
And he's defending his belt against Christie, and man, I think Christie's similar to how I am. He's been in trouble, and he's a dog.
Yeah.
And I really think he's probably gonna take the belt now. So, I've said it to Bare Knuckle. I've done it on all my interviews and everything. I said for everybody in my weight class, I said, you better fucking take the fight right now because I'm doing nothing but getting better. So,
Right.
The longer they wait, the more they're going to
Fuck
pay.
around and find out.
So I guess the question would be,
Yeah.
so you're willing to have the Perry fight before the Mundell fight, or vice versa? You're just willing to get to that next.
Yeah, I just want to fight
Milestone.
the bigger names,
Yeah.
you know? I just want to fight. I just want it. I deserve it, you know? I've been doing this for so long. Like,
Right.
when I got big fights back in the day, it's because I just wanted to fucking fight, and it was always last minute. It was a bunch of bullshit, and I wouldn't talk to the cameras. I wouldn't do all the bullshit. I'm doing it now.
Right.
Let's fucking do this. Let's run it. You know what I mean?
Why do
I'm talking shit. I'm doing all this. I'm doing what the cameras want, you know? So.
Why do you think they're not pulling the trigger, or at least engaging in more conversations on it? I mean, what do you think it is that they're what's the roadblock? I guess?
Currently, they're still growing and everything like that.
Okay.
They need viewership. I
Makes
get
sense.
it. I mean, I pull my weight. I have people everywhere. I have people all around the world.
Yeah.
I don't think they quite realize. They know that for here in Albuquerque, because everybody that comes to this Bare Knuckle here in Albuquerque, I have the most people by far, no matter what. And my people support the people that I support too. So it goes vice versa for anyone on our team. They're cheering for them too, no matter what. So they haven't took the chance in putting me on other cars yet, and see how many people I have there too. I guess I don't know. Look, they're growing, and they got to keep their stats up and doing all that. But for me personally, as a business, you got to put into them. They need to put into the fighters. They need to tell the fighters' stories and grab the attention from everybody else. That's how you build a business.
Right.
You build what's building the business, not building what you think is working. You got to build other people. And I think Conor McGregor knows that, and that's what they're starting to do.
Right.
They're gonna tell the story of the fighters, the man in the fucking arena.
Yeah.
And they're gonna tell their story so it can grab the attention of other people. And that's what they need to do.
Right.
I mean, I'm no genius,
that makes
but I know what to
sense.
fucking do.
Especially like you that are amongst the top 3 in the division.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my own opinions, and I mean, we probably have the same opinion, but I think the point is, giving other fighters the chance, so that way, because you never know who's going to emerge next. It might be you, it might be someone else in another division, that's going to take that bout and become the next, face of bare knuckle fighting.
Yeah.
So I think, I definitely think you could do it, and so. Like I said before, let's make it happen, guys. I want to see it.
Make it happen. Let's do it.
I want to see it, and I feel like Albuquerque's
Hey, I'll make
proved
you a
itself,
bet right
though.
now.
Okay.
I'll make you a bet. Mundell, if he wins the belt,
Okay.
and if they let me fight him in his home state, in Miami or Florida, wherever he's from, I bet you right now that I sell more tickets in Florida, in his home state, than he does.
Oh man. Hey, I'm on your side. Man. We need to find some Mundell fans.
Bet you, dude.
We
I'll
need
bet
to,
them
yeah.
too. I'll bet
We need to
them
sign
too.
Mundell fans over here. Hey, get in the comments.
Loves the group, bro. Florida loves us, dude.
Yeah.
We go to Florida, man. It's like it's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking hunting alligators.
Yeah.
Next is iguanas with python cowboy. Just a bunch of shit, man.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. Florida shows us a lot of love when we go out there, and
for sure.
It's a good spot.
we love Florida too. Anything from alligator hunting, going to eat, and all that stuff. They always stopping Donald. It's cool to see. It's cool to be the fly on the wall because I'm always the fly on the wall with the camera and stuff, capturing it. But
They know who he is, though.
Yeah,
they
they
know
show
he
him a
gets
lot
to
of
work
love,
out.
bro,
They know all of our group. They know everyone by name. So
That's good.
it's like I said, it's not about me. It's about the group getting better, because I'm not getting better if they're not getting better, no matter what. So.
It's lonely at the top sometimes if you don't bring them up.
You have to, dude.
Yeah.
So,
I guess I'll follow it up with, you know, specifically on fighting. I mean, is there anything else that you want to let the people know out there that we haven't shared today? You know, whether it's about what you got next or, you know, maybe just some advice for maybe people coming up in the fight game. You know, I'll let you close it out on that topic, and then, you know, we could wrap this up with a couple other things.
you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what we do, what we say, or anything like that. As long as we're looking in the fucking mirror every morning and being better than the guy we were yesterday.
100%.
That's it. So you gotta do your best every fucking day. That's it. All of my guys that I help out and everything, I mentor or whatever I do with them, I coach, and like I'm not really a coach, honestly. I just lead, I guess.
Right.
I'm not the coach. We have a big ass group in the morning. I'm not the coach, but I'm leading, and then we have a lot of the guys that are in there with us that are calling me coach. So it's cool and everything because, all right, cool. I'm gonna help, you know. But what I'm trying to put into them and instill to them is it's just about bringing everybody up. That's it. And we have to be better than yesterday, no matter what. We don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring, but we know what we could do better today because of yesterday.
Right.
And that's it, man. So, giving, and you are gonna receive. It doesn't matter if you're giving. You just got to give with no intentions of receiving, no matter what. Because I mean, I gave. I may not have received in that specific area, but look where we're like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I landed on a gold mine.
Right.
Was not planned. Never had any intentions of it. Never did anything. And now we're really gonna turn it into a gold mine with everything that we have. So, you stay blessed for doing good things. That's all. Just keep doing good. That's it. Right. Because karma is real, bro. 100%. It really is. It's taken me fucking 25 years for my karma to like. Yeah. I mean, I still probably have plenty of karma. You know what I mean?
Well, there's some aliens in the closet. Not skeletons. There's aliens.
Oh man, but gosh dang, man. I just try to do better every day. That's all anyone can ever do, and I'm not gonna judge anybody ever for that. So if they ever reach out to me or whatever, I'm like, yeah, come on, dude. Come meet us, bro. Meet us 5 a.m. I tell everyone. I get lots of messages. That's my test. If I ever told you to fucking meet us at 5 a.m., meet us at 5 a.m. That's your chance, bro. That's your golden ticket. Your fucking chance. I can't keep on talking to you over Messenger or whatever the hell you guys are sending me at. Yeah, I'll be there. What's the address? You know what the address is, bro. You're not changing unless you're changing. Yeah. There's that saying, you can't change until you change. Yeah. Read it over again. You can't change until you change. Right.
It's funny you say that because I forget who it was, but they said, yeah, you want to work out? And they're like, okay, yeah, I'll see you there at 4. But they didn't put AM or PM. And the guy texts him, hey, man, where you at? He's all, what do you mean? I thought we're working out at 4. He's like, yeah, it's 4 a.m. He's like, oh, I thought you meant PM. So it's like, that just shows, you know, the normalcy of you know, the normal way to think, you know. And I think when you're trying to be the best you can be, you know, sometimes you're just not thinking of getting that edge or whatever it might be. And so I always think of that story, you know, when it comes to working out, because I'm a big gym rat too. So yeah.
Well, imagine like how much we have done from 4 to 5 a.m. or 4 to 6 a.m. or 5 to 6 or whatever it is, how much we've already accomplished in that day. Yep. Compared to the person that's going to wake up at 8 o'clock to go to work by 9. Yeah, definitely. For their 9 to 5. That's why we're not working 9 to 5s though. Right. Like, plain and simple. Because we have a different mindset. We're doing things different. You can't abide by what society's teaching you.
Even look at it on a national scale, like just taking it from a micro level, or the micro level Albuquerque, and looking at it as a national level. You know, it's 6 a.m. here, and you think that's early, but it's already 8 a.m. You know, on the East Coast.
I think of that all the time.
And they're way ahead of, like, when I lived in Washington, D.C., you know, it was lunchtime and people were texting me good morning, and I'm like, what do you mean good morning? I've already been up for 6 hours. What are you talking about, you know? And, you know, us up at 4 a.m., you know, we're interacting with all these East Coast people, and they're like, hey, good morning, bro. Good morning, blah, blah, blah. But
I want to piggyback off of that because I have people here in town. I'm not gonna name any names, but some people that work with us and everything like that, and they're not involved with the gym and whatnot. They'll text me 9, 10 o'clock or something, and they'll be like, "Good morning. How's everything?" And you know what my response is? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I've already been up for 6 fucking hours, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I've been telling people
that.
too.
Yeah. I love to say that, dude.
Yeah, bro.
I say it every fucking time too.
And I love the perspective that people get, like, oh, I wish there were more hours in the day. I'm like, there are if you wake up early.
Yeah.
If you wake up earlier, you wake up at 4 a.m., you get additional 3 hours. 3 hours times 7 times 12 months, and you almost get a whole extra month and a half.
Yeah, numbers don't lie.
People. Like, it's empirical data. Like, you're like, literally, numbers do not lie.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling people lately too.
You get light years ahead.
Yeah, it's like
Light years ahead.
They'll say good morning, and it's like, there's only 2 hours left in the morning, right? It seems early, but there's only 2 hours left. It's like morning started at 12:01 a.m., man.
Yeah, right.
So
exactly.
Raiden, if you have any, nugget you want to leave with anyone before I kind of switch gears to business a little bit.
Yeah, just my big thing is, I've been saying it for the last 6 to 8 years. Just make the seemingly impossible possible.
Yeah.
Like, if you can think it, you can do it.
Yep.
Put yourself in those uncomfortable situations with those uncomfortable groups, and force yourself to grow.
Right.
Literally. And then once you find, a mentor that wants to be a steward of their profession and then pour into you, like, you're getting water from your mentor poured into your cup, but don't let it overfill. Find someone to mentor as well. Bring up the next generation, because if he didn't pour into me, when he gets old and gray, if he didn't pour into me,
it's not happening.
Yeah.
Superhuman.
Yeah. When he gets older, but when he's gone, who's going to carry that vision?
Yeah.
If he didn't pour into me, I wouldn't be able to carry that vision. And if I didn't pour into the next guy, then we couldn't pass the vision down.
Right.
We couldn't pass it down. The vision would stop. It would die. All his, life's hard work would end there. So it's important. Find a mentor, and then find someone to mentor as well.
Right.
You get your cup, cup poured in, and pour into others' cup as well, and use those experiences, use those pains for purpose. And
100%.
don't be a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Like, people want to be continuous learners. People are hungry to learn, and if someone's showing you hunger and intrinsic motivation to learn, pour into them.
Yeah.
See where it goes.
Yep. No, I agree. I mean, a lot of wisdom here, so I appreciate it, guys, and I know everyone out there will get some value. But the other thing we like to, give to people out there is, we like to focus on business and entrepreneurship here as well. So, Donald, I know you have a roofing company. So if you could tell us a little bit about that, how's that going, how to find you, all that type of stuff. And then I'll ask you a couple follow-up questions about, business and all that.
Yeah, man. So the roofing company, 6 years we're going on now. And last year we got the second fastest growing business and medium-sized business, which is a lot of money.
Right.
Medium-sized is a high bracket. Small size is a couple million or whatever.
Right.
But medium size is 10M plus.
Right.
But we got the second fastest growing business in this city. And we continue to grow. We've had lots of speed bumps. We've had lots of everything. People come, we poured into them. We were open book. We poured into them. They go open their own businesses and everything too. It's almost like we create a competition, but I never think of it that way. We don't create competition,
right?
Because that only elevates us now.
Yeah.
So if they can't say, I made a post the other day, about copying people. Why don't you just normalize saying thank you? You helped me. You know what I mean?
You helped me get my start or whatever.
You helped me do this, and it was a good thing. But some people don't think of it that way. But yeah, the business, it's good. It's great.
Yeah.
We did it because we're helping people. People call us and they're freaking out. It's leaking on them and everything like that. We focused on roofing because it's a higher turnaround, but we are general contractors. We built some houses. I have visions, and I want to build neighborhoods. I want to be a developer. I want to do all this stuff. We built a few houses and everything like that, but we do lots of stuff. But we're known for roofing.
Okay.
Yeah,
and what's the name of the company? Just so everyone.
we're Invigorate Roofing.
Invigorate
Yeah,
Roofing.
Invigorate Roofing. You can Google us. You can find us.
Yeah.
It's just anybody here pretty much knows us too. So
100%. Some things I usually like to ask is, for anyone out there that's wanting to start their business, or maybe they're in the business and can't grow it. I guess what's one tip you would give them for whether, I guess we could start with they're starting their journey. What would you one tip if someone's starting a business out there to help them get started or see success quick? I mean, what's one thing you would tell them about?
get a mentor.
100%.
Pay for a mentor. You have to pay for it. I have several mentors actually.
Yep.
People don't understand that. I may not always show it, but man, I have several mentors, and I've paid for several mentors too.
Right.
And that's what has helped me. I mean, there's tons of things to make your business grow and everything, like brand awareness,
right?
Media guys. There's several different things, but you got to invest into yourself before you can fucking do anything, dude.
I agree.
You have to have a mentor, a couple mentors once you can afford it and everything.
Right.
And they're not cheap ones either.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, records speak for themselves. So, I mean, get a good mentor. I love that. I mean, it's something that I attribute some of my success to, as an attorney is, I learned from someone that just put me on a trajectory that if I would have started on my own and not really had that mentor, I mean, I would still be 10 years behind, know? And so
absolutely,
that's one of the things I always tell folks too. So I love that. What's the best thing about being an entrepreneur, a business owner, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I'm always trying to put it where other people can make it too. They can make a living. They can build. They can. The sky's the limit for them too.
Right.
So that's kind of why I'm trying to build this gym. So it's gonna be like that, a place for people to build up, keep building up.
Right.
Not cap out necessarily. So, because I have several things. I have several investments and everything. I don't need it, Yeah. So it's not like, fuck, but I can't leave it.
Right.
I can't. I have the opportunity to sell the company for a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
But then I thought about my guys. I'm like, they're gonna be owned by corporate.
Yeah.
Like, no, fuck no, hell no. Absolutely not. Right. Let's keep this local.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a sellout and fucking bring a big national company here.
Right.
And then the national company runs you. You know what's happening with all that?
Right.
It's fucking Wall Street buying out everything to monopolize. Do the people not understand that?
Right.
If these big national companies are coming in,
including homes, all that stuff too. Yeah.
Everything, dude.
Homes
Everything.
especially.
It's Wall Street. It's Wall Street doing it to monopolize. It may be cheap right now because they're using cheap shit, but once they run everyone out like us, the local guys and everything like that,
it's over.
The consumer's fucked.
Yep.
They're fucked. Because 100%. Then that's when we got them. Wall Street, we got them. Boom. That's where their money, they got billions of dollars. They don't give a fuck about losing a 10, 20 million right now. They don't care. There's companies out here right now in our industry, and I know they're probably losing money because that's their goal right now. But how long can they lose it for,
Yeah.
Is the ultimate goal.
No, that makes sense. I like that. No, I think, like you said, building up for others is a good way to look at it in terms of, because people always think, I'll make my own schedule. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have that. It's
hell no.
Yeah.
You're working 25 hours in a 24-hour day, bro.
Literally, bro. Like I said at the beginning, I'm like, it's literally like fucking eating class.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, this is, yeah.
And it's become so popular. I don't know why, but like in the last 5-10 years, everybody wants to be a business owner.
Entrepreneur. Yes, that's on my resume. Entrepreneur.
The crazy thing with that is,
chill, bro.
in our industry specifically, they don't want to do the things the right way.
Right.
They don't understand there's gross receipt taxes. They don't understand there's general liability. They don't understand there's workman's comp. They don't understand there's all this liability and everything on them we get crews that want to come work for us on everything, and they're their own business.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Give me your workman's comp. Give me your general liability.
Yep.
Sign me a bid for this job.
Right.
They don't even know how to fucking bid. They're used to get, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy,
They're all
bro.
proposal. What?
It's
Like sending in a text message, I'm like,
And then, I mean, we've had instances where we've subbed out work and everything. We'll go to the roofing side of it.
Right.
We've subbed out work because they're a company, and they're like, well, are you going to pay for the trash dump and all this? Are you going to give me – I don't have enough money to pay my guys.
I need some wheelbarrows.
Dude, you're your own company.
Your own business, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so they needed the tools to do
Yes.
what then you wanted.
I'm like, are you nuts? I'm hard.
Shout out to the
He's
shout
called
out to
me
the
a few
fight
times
without
at
a
some
gun.
job sites. He's like, hey, dude, they want me to go pay for this or this.
Yeah.
Nah, they're their own company, bro. They're their own fucking company.
And I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
Having a
Yeah.
difficult conversation,
Damn.
I'm
It's
like,
crazy. And if more people that own local businesses like me and everything like that really grasp that,
Yeah.
it would help us.
Right.
But because all these people are doing is going and opening. I mean, that's why the IRS has done new laws for opening LLCs and doing all this stuff and everything like that.
Corporate Transparency Act.
Yes.
Yep.
Because all these guys, all they were doing is going 1 or 2 years with one LLC and then getting audited and not fucking paying it. And then they're opening another LLC under someone else. And it was just going full circle like this, dude. It's just like they caught on to it. The gig is over, bro.
Time to do it right,
Yeah,
boys.
time to do it right. The gig's over. Yeah,
taxes,
so
my bro.
like,
Yeah.
it sucks, you know what I mean? But it is what it is,
Good old Uncle
and that's
really.
one little aspect of being an entrepreneur.
Right.
yeah.
Very tiny. People don't see
That's
it. They're
huge,
like,
though.
I got so many haters when I went and bought the G-Wagon or whatever, you know what I mean? And they were like, it was in the roofing industry specifically. And they didn't realize, because I don't show it, like, I put more money into the company that year than I made. I bought the G-Wagon for a whole different things. Like, it wasn't from, oh, you must be making good money from me. Oh, you're not, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
I literally, we got some jealous ass people that were working with us.
Yeah.
And that caused it, and I knew it. So, but I love it because you could do shit like that now and see who the real jealous people are.
Yeah. You get some
They
exposure.
they don't know that I have commercial properties and all my rental properties and my dog business and the scrap yard. Like, I'm just naming a few. You know, I have multiple businesses.
Right.
Like, just because I'm spending more time with the guys in the roofing company doesn't mean that's my thing.
That's the
Like
whole thing,
I said earlier, I don't need it. I could have sold out and fucking said, fuck you guys, go work for corporate. You know what I mean?
Starbucks,
Or I
bro.
could close it today and start something else, but I don't want to either. You know what I mean? Because of my guys. It helps them. I have an older man that's been with us from the beginning. He's a vet and everything, and he relies on it, bro. So I do it for people like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's entrepreneurship. Sometimes I'm like, fuck this business. I don't know. I'm fucking done. I don't know how many times I've told Maddie, I'm like, I'm fucking done with this thing.
Hey, I'll tell
it's
you,
not
bro.
even worth it, bro.
It's almost a weekly thing for me. So it's like, man, what am I doing, bro? I'm not doing this anymore. And then you're like, wait, never mind. I got to do this.
Yeah. So it's just like,
I think that's important too with like entrepreneurship. You know, like you hit that point like earlier, like, you know, coming from humble beginnings and humble backgrounds, you know, enjoying the fruits of your labor. You know, that's something that I was really ashamed of doing before, you know, I was involved in this group. And, you know, Donald was like, dude, like, you work fucking hard, bro. Like, go get something for yourself, bro. If you die tomorrow, like what is it just to be sitting there? You know what I mean? Like, pay your, like, do what's right. Pay your bills off. Pay your kids' private school. Pay this, pay that. You know, do something for yourself too, bro.
Yeah.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Like,
100%.
it's true, bro, because there's so much fucking money out there. Money is abundant, bro.
Yeah.
There's so many fucking ways to make it.
Seems infinite
People
too.
don't- It is.
Yeah.
We could get into that, bro.
We could.
Government-wise and everything, they could literally print money right now. We need another $1 trillion. Okay, let's print it. You know, like fuck. That's fucking funny. But people need to think of it that way.
Yeah.
Like you could literally go and fucking go buy a 2x4 at Home Depot for however many, cut it into blocks and make fucking something out of those blocks. You know what I mean? And sell them.
Cutting
Right.
boards
How
or something.
fucking hard is it, dude?
Right.
You could. There's so many different ways. You just gotta think that way.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just
Like,
think outside the box.
oh
Get creative.
fuck, I gotta go work minimum wage at my fucking 9 to 5. No, fucking figure something else out, dude.
Right.
And
Especially
I think that's why the
nowadays, there's
push.
tons. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
That's the push on entrepreneurship lately.
Yeah.
People are starting to see that, but they don't understand
The logistics,
the
all that,
mindset,
yeah.
the logistics, all the other bullshit.
Yep.
Because
And I think
everybody's
that's right.
making it look easy.
Yeah.
But like I may make it look easy, but only my close people that are around me know the fucking bullshit that we have to go through. Core stuff, people trying to sue us, people stealing from us, people want their money back because this and that. And,
Yeah.
I mean, and the timeline, we're 6 to 8 weeks right now in the roofing business. Like, if my salesman doesn't tell, oh yeah, we'll get your roof done next week, and then they're calling next week, I'm like, oh my God, please don't tell me a salesman told you this.
Yeah.
It happens all the time, dude. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm looking at my production list right now.
Yeah.
And you're not anywhere to be found on it. And this is 4 weeks. This is 4 weeks right here. I literally had this yesterday. A customer came into the office, dude. Or no, on Friday because today's Sunday.
Yeah.
They came into the office and they were like, well, they said 2 to 3 weeks. And I said, I'm sorry, but we're 4 to 6 weeks out. And what's your address? Because it's not on here.
Right.
So I had to go out of protocol, out of all our standard procedure, and put it on the list for them for that specific.
Yeah.
That sucks for all the other people that were way ahead of them.
Right.
And a shitty salesman came in and did that.
Yeah. And I think I like that you touched on those things because I usually ask, what are some of the downfalls? I think you nailed it, man. So, I mean, you nailed it
A
there.
salesman's going to sell, bro.
Yeah.
No matter what. They're going to
Yeah.
try to get that sale because they know that's how they're going to make money.
Right.
And they're fucking liars, dude.
Yeah.
I hate it. They're fucking liars.
Swipe that card. We're done.
Dude, it sucks.
Yeah.
They don't see where it falls
materials,
down.
we got supply
I don't show
ready.
that, though.
Yeah.
I don't show what the fuck's going on. I show everything's good. Yeah, we're good. We're thriving. We're the second fastest growing business in the city.
Heck yeah.
No, dude.
Yeah.
You don't see all the bullshit,
All of us feel
the
like we're
core
on fire.
stuff.
We're like, oh my gosh, we're on fire. What the hell?
My lawyer fucking loves us because
Yeah.
we're fucking. He's, you know what I mean? He's getting bills paid,
Yeah.
and he's already busy as it is.
Dang.
Goddamn.
Just
So
gives to Yale.
yeah,
That's
fuck.
funny. Cool. No,
Yeah,
I
just-
think, Raiden, if you have anything you want to share in
Yeah,
your
I just-
journey as an entrepreneur.
I just, learning, falling in love with no's,
Yeah.
like falling in love with the no's. Like at first it was so discouraging. And no, calling or, door to door, it's just like, I say this like to other people that work out too. I'm like, fall in love with what you don't like in the gym. As a high school kid, I hated power cleans. And James Palacios, one of my high school coaches, is like, well, fall in love with them. Get good at them then. If you hate them, then fall in love with them. And I became the best power cleaner on my team, bro. I loved them, Same with entrepreneurship. It correlates. You get sick of the no's. It becomes very discouraging. But if you fall in love with them and you know that each no is like one step closer to that yes,
Yeah.
like you're going to be fine.
Right.
At the end of the day, yes, it sucks. You have high
Some
hopes and
people
high
never get there
dreams.
too. I always tell
some
people
never
like,
get there, bro. And I'm like, you were right
don't know
there,
the
bro.
answer,
Like you were literally right there. Like,
Yeah.
You were one away, bro.
Yeah.
Like you were one away from a $12,000 contract.
and some people
I'm
don't
like,
even
what
ask,
the-
I
yeah.
always tell people like,
Yeah.
hey, the answer's always no if you never ask,
Literally, I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, dude. Like, and someone always knows, or someone always knows someone that knows, and people are connected, and ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. People
Yeah.
want to help you when you ask.
100%.
And people are willing to help you. And if they don't have time, follow them around like a fly on the wall, and ask them questions here and there. Walk with them. Don't try to sit them down. Go with them. If
Right.
they're busy. So just fall in love with what you don't like and get good at it, and it'll make you very well-rounded.
For sure. Well, Raiden, I'll start with you to, lead this train home.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you want to let the people know you got going on, where they could find you, all that stuff?
Yeah,
and,
so officially Raiden on everything. We have Rapid Rise Marketing Dynamics Instagram page. We have the New Mexico Post. We own that as well, which is an online journal company. We have Invigorate Roofing. Dude, we're just doing so many things. Like he wants to start building neighborhoods, and my first thought is like, okay, well, I need to start a landscaping thing.
Yep.
And then I start, thinking of names and all that stuff and building off that. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to project manage them and do all that stuff,
Right.
And if we could grow another group of guys, another group of core guys into this other realm, why not?
100%.
And it's going to pour back onto the main group. It's just, building blocks and stuff. So, yeah, you find me, just search Raiden Ruiz. I'm on Google. Got all the articles and stuff so you guys can read about it. Me and Julio had a really good article with Jason at Beverly Hills.
Oh, yeah.
Approved of it. It was in Yahoo Finance. And what was so important about that, growing up, I wanted to make jewelry. And I found Jason Adebesh. And I found him online, and he went to USC or UCLA, if I'm not mistaken, and got with LeBron James and all them, started making their jewelry. And I was like, man, I want to be that guy. I want to be him. I want to make jewelry like him someday. And I went to the W on Rodeo. I met him. Went to his jewelry store, and then next thing you know, I'm like, I'm gonna start owning some of his pieces, and then just became friends with him. And like 5 years later, I was like, I want to do an article, and I hit you up, and I'm like, dude, he approved it. I'm like, no way, let's get this, like, you know what I mean? But that's just like the whole mindset, like make the seemingly impossible possible. Like if you can dream it, you can do it, And it took action. It took that leap of faith in going out there and going to the store and getting in front of him and wanting to meet him and tell him a little bit of my story, and take action. If you text Donald and message him and he says 5 a.m. workout, be there.
Yep.
Take that leap of faith. You have to take action.
100%.
Yeah. So that's all I got. So.
Heck yeah. Well, you guys know where to find Raiden. I could always find him if you guys need him, so you could, reach out to me too. But yeah, so I appreciate it, Raiden. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Donald, if you just want to let them know what you got going on and where they could find you, and what's next for Donald, man.
Man, I got a lot of shit going on.
Most important, I guess. Let's put it on that.
You never know what I'm thinking, bro, because I'm always on to the next thing. So,
yeah.
First of all, I'm going to keep growing the roofing business. I'm going to become the champion for Bare Knuckle and defend that. We're going to grow this gym, Absolute Fitness.
Let's go. Heck yeah.
We're going to have the med spa and everything like that. But I want to correlate on what he says, about obtaining things and everything like that. There's this saying, it's see it, touch it, obtain it. If you can see it, you could touch it, you can obtain it.
100%.
So I tell all of my guys all the time, write that shit down.
Right.
Doesn't matter if you have a goal if you don't have it written down, because once it's on paper, you can see it and you can touch it. You can obtain it. So just go out there and get it. That's all you can do. We can ideas die at the tip of your tongue. We talk about it, but it dies right there if you don't fucking go do it. So if we don't go, I wake up in the morning before I get ready for the gym, man. That's when I do my most thinking. So I have pages and pages of notes and everything, and that's where I come up with that's my little secret.
No, so, you need that. Yeah.
I'll come in some days and I'll be like, guys, this is what we're doing.
I got it right here.
Yeah. So I mean, that's it. I just see it, touch it, obtain it, and everybody could do it. And if you want help, come by us. We'll help. Dude. Come around us, and we got a group of solid motherfuckers. And we're all pushing each other, and we're all getting better, and we're all doing everything. And we see each other's vision, and I mean, with the people I know and the connections that I have and everything, putting my people around all those people and everything,
right?
Like they're seeing it. It's possible, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're all doing well. Everyone's doing well. Raiden Sal sells a bunch of houses out here and everything.
Right. Yeah.
But I got him in front of other people in Miami and stuff.
Yeah, networking. 100%.
Like, holy shit, dude, I make a lot of money, but these motherfuckers are spending my whole salary in one day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And
that was my water bill.
Yeah, bro, but it's showing them,
Yeah.
you know, the opportunities that are popping up and everything.
Yeah, how big it can be, yeah.
Yes, dude, and that's why I want everyone to come around to see it, to feel it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not bragging about my lifestyle. I mean, I'm not bragging about it. I earned that shit. I did it. They didn't know what I was doing all these years. I was investing. I was doing everything. And I did it for a reason. And now I'm showing people that it's possible. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking bragging.
Yeah. No, I get you. No,
but
100%.
I'm not going to fucking go back to that lower. Shit's going off. I'm not going back to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it's those people think that we're putting people down or we're doing, nah, man, we're pulling people up. Right. You're looking at it wrong. Don't message me anymore.
Yeah.
And don't expect me until you change your mindset too.
We're showing to bring them up.
Yes, absolutely.
100%.
I'm not talking shit. I'm trying to bring people up. That's all it is. And show you it's possible.
I think that's so important though too, to touch and piggyback on what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I've really learned throughout this whole experience of like entrepreneurship and being in groups and stuff, you know, be your authentic self. You know, you don't like just because he's wearing his diamond chain, you know, I got my little chain on, I'm proud of it, you know, I got the little Van Cleef on, whatever. But at the end of the day, like I am who I am. Like if me and him are in the car, like he knows I'm gonna be bumping some weird stuff, like other than what he's bumping, he's like bumping Ice Cube and, you know, like some gangster shit. And I'm like,
he wants the baby making
music.
Let's
put on Chris Brown or something. You know what I mean?
You throw on the country.
Or like, you know, it's like just be your authentic self. Like in your group, like we're going to accept you for who you are. And I think that's usually a scary point for young entrepreneurs and young people that are coming up. They just like see us and they're like, oh my gosh, I have to be like them. No, dude, just be yourself. Like, like they know I play Pokemon Go. They know, like,
I talk shit to them all the time. I'm like, bro, we're on South Beach where there's fucking Bugattis and Rolls Royces and everything. Which fucking Pokemon did you catch, bro?
Or he knows, like, if we go out of city, bro. Like, I'm like, we're driving. I'm like, hey, can we stop at a Starbucks? And he's like, you want a Starbucks? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, shut the fuck up. No, you don't. And I'm like, please, come on, bro. He sees me running across the Starbucks, you know, get their bin, their cups and stuff. That's just who I am, you know what I mean? But just, you know.
Yeah, he showed up in Miami because he knows I wasn't going to go to Starbucks with him. But he went to Starbucks by himself and he got me the fucking cup. I'm like, bro, what am I going to do with this fucking cup?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I was like, I got your cup, bro. Here's my offering. You know, but, you know, just as young entrepreneurs, like, don't be scared. That's funny, be yourself, remain yourself, be authentic, stay true to yourself. You're going to get your stories along the way, and don't try to be something you're not. Just be authentic. And I think that's super important for young entrepreneurs coming up. You know, have the self-efficacy to approach us, and you don't have to be like us. We don't care. You know, we want you to be.
But you do have to be better than yourself yesterday, and that's what we're going to push.
Continuous
That's what
improvement.
we are going to push. If you're going to change something, change it for yourself.
100%.
Absolutely.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. Well, again, I appreciate your guys' time, man. I mean, like I said, really the goal of this is, you know, just telling stories, sharing with people. And like you said, you know, sharing the knowledge. You know, it's not direct material, money, anything like that, but it's just one thing that someone could get to make a difference in their life, be better tomorrow, like you said. You know, that's really the goal here. Of course, you know, as an attorney, I kind of throw in the legal stuff a little bit, but, you know, just telling the truth is really the goal of this, and, you know, just sharing, you know, just helping people out. So I really appreciate you guys coming on and sharing the stories and what you guys are going on, and I'm sure we'll chat again. You guys got a lot of big things going. But I really appreciate the time, guys, and, you know, everyone out there watching, you know, there you have it, Raiden Ruiz, Donald Sanchez. You'll see him around, and as always, guys, you know, subscribe, like the video. If you keep supporting, JulioG TV will keep growing. And again, guys, I really appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. It was fun, dude.
Appreciate you always. Appreciate you.
Wait, before we close out, I didn't get to say plug my name. It's official Donald Sanchez on everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can find him.
You could Google it, but
Right there. Official Donald Sanchez.
Sanchez.
We'll make him do some editing work right here. Right here. We'll do some editing work. You're like, damn it. I was just wanting to make this live. Just clip it, bro.
All right, guys. I
Thank you,
appreciate
bro.
it.
Yeah,
For sure.
fun.
No, this was awesome. Thank you guys for watching as well, and we really appreciate it. Until the next one, peace.
Later.